What can this map teach us about the D-Day landings? As you can see here, there's the various sectors that the Canadians landed on June 6, 1944. This map is quite interesting because it shows why the landings on Juno were much later than the rest of the other beaches. Just offshore from Bernay-sur-Mer and Saint-Aubin-sur-Mer, you can see a large shoal. It was necessary to allow the tide to rise more so that the landing craft could come in and depart the troops on the beaches. This, however, caused many problems for the landings. There were delays in getting the landing craft off the boats, which delayed the landings. As they were already later, the sun was coming up. This meant that the troops lost their cover as they were coming into shore. This situation had tragic consequences for the first troops who landed on the Nan-White sector of Juno Beach. In his excellent book about his experiences in World War II, Charlie Martin, who was the company sergeant major of Company A of the Queen's Own Rifles, talks about what it was like to come ashore on Nan-White, just in front of Bernay-sur-Mer, on D-Day. He wrote, "Everyone seemed calm and ready. Boat commander was in charge of this part. He would give our landing order. We waited for it. Just a few inches of water, the prow grated onto the beach. The order rang out, down ramp. The moment the ramp came down, heavy machine gun fire broke out from somewhere back of the seawall. Mortars were dropping all over the beach. Possibly number 1 boat on the right took more of the fire. The men rose, starboard line turning right, port turning left. I said to Jack across from me and to everyone, 'Move, fast, don't stop for anything, go, go, go.' We raced down the ramp, Jack and I side by side, the men closely following. We fanned out as fast as we could, heading for that seawall. None of us really grasped at that point, spread across a large beach front, just how thin on the ground we were. Each of the 10 boatloads had become an independent fighting unit. None had communication with the other, although just before our touchdown, we were all in sight of one another. We were on our own and on our first action. Every single one of us, from Elliot Dalton, our commanding officer, who was the leader for his boat, and the other 8 company boat leaders, Jack Pond, Peter Ray, and Dave Owen, to the ordinary soldier, was on the run and at top speed. We were all riflemen on the assault, and there was nothing ordinary about any of us." Martin discussed what happened to some of the men in the same landing craft as him. Jack Simpson was killed on the beach, and Jack Culbertson was wounded. Jamie McKitchie, who only hours earlier had helped grab me into the LCA and doubtless saved my life, was killed, and so was Ernie Cunningham and Sammy Hall. Something as simple as lines on a map just off the shore can have major consequences. The later landings at Juno Beach were very difficult due to the conditions. This is not a critique of the plan to land later at Juno Beach. There was nothing else that could be done due to the offshore shoals. However, it just shows that something as simple as a map can lead us into further details about the story of something as well known as D-Day.